Welcome back, thank you. Alrighty. So, here we are back with the Mamool Ja Reputation. We're going to be seeing the epilogue for this story here, which means we are getting it to the final reputation level, Bloodsworn. So yeah, let's talk with Mamool Ja here. Last we ended off with this quest. It was the sort of the climax of it, where we brought like a chef from... We brought in a chef from Ixbrax to sort of attempt to make another dish like Shibruk Pibil that combines some of our harvest with some of the stuff harvested in the northern forest where the Jabral are, to try to form another dish to help once again bring these two groups together and show the Jabral that the Mamool Ja that stayed here in Mamuk are really willing to change. So we managed to convince the guy to help us with that. We made sort of like a sandwich. We made a sandwich. This is the guy over here. Bolse. And they made a sandwich using vegetables grown here. Oh, here's some sandwiches. There's the sandwich. There's the sandwich in question, and then some of the meats hunted in the northern forest. And there was also a moment with both of the leaders of the Jabral and Mamuk here, the Autarch, who's Baku Jaja's father, and then the leader of Ixbrax, who's Wukulmat's biological dad. And they sort of like talked it out a little bit, and he was just like, you know, the Autarch here said he was willing to give up his life to prove that Mamuk was willing to move forward, and especially for what he thought it was killing the guy's daughter. Not that whether or not it wasn't confirmed whether or not he sent the assassin specifically, or they were just they just thought it was acceptable to go do that. But it was the one that pushed Wukulmat when she was young into a cenote, and he was just like, well, you know, my daughter lived, and now she's one of the Dawn servants. So, heard sandwich consider me very interested. Yeah, with our beautiful harvest out over here. We have the there's also like last time there was these trees started fruiting, so we got the apple trees over here, and then I think these are some type of like nut or something, some type of like acorn nut, whatever, some capacity like that. Anyway though, so let's see how this little epilogue goes down here with Mamool Ja. The pride of Mamuk. I think a lot of the times we're really ready to hear that they want to build a Mamuk that they can love. Are we going to learn? Hopefully we'll learn more about Angir, the scientist last from Charlayan. We'll see. Anyway, we're just about to take a break. Kelvin, perfect timing. Do have a moment. Bolt say it has some new recipes he'd like someone to try, so I thought you could come along. Alright, new recipes then, alright. Great, let's go find them at the kitchen. Are we gonna be eating some tasty foods? We're gonna be eating some tasty foods? Hey, Mamool Ja. Kokoma has been abuzz with people recently, even visitors from outside the city. I saw some people here that looked like from Tuliolo. I think there's a couple of Jabral over here. Alright, both say hello. You brought Kelvin as well. Good. Have a seat. Don't mind if we do. Let's see. Gonna be confusing the accents here. Oh, hey! That's our boy from the Sidequests and right there. If it isn't Kelvin and Mamool Ja, well bet. I think we gave him a slight accent. Now that smells amazing. Both say, give me a tikka selvas. That's the name of the sandwich. Quick as you can. You're on the job, fool. we've just stopped by for delivery, and next we've got a patrol. Straighten up now. Not time for sandwiches. But I could just down it in a gulp. Never mind, after I get back from patrol then. See you later. I'll be back for Tika Selvas. Have one ready. Yo, my friend, doing good on patrol there? There it goes. Is this like these from the... We're going in the wrong accent again. Hold on, we're gonna reel it back, reel it back. Is this like these from the brethren and other folks from Ixprax have become more and more commonplace. It fills me with pride to see it. But that aside, we were having a seat. He can't keep on coming out to him. Mamool Ja, I've got a question about our next crop rotation. Could you spare a moment? Tuliol returnee. Sorry, I'll be right back. A Mamool Ja in demand, our friend is. Busy as ever, I see. Everyone wants Mamool Ja's ear these days. I thought I could give the poor lad some peace by having him try a new dish. He's working so hard to make Mamook a better place. A good lad, a fine lad. Sorry. Let's eat, shall we? I've got 3 different projects I'm working on, and I'd be much obliged if you'd try one of them. Which will it be? Oh wait, do we get to decide? We're handed a menu. Yaktail salad, stewed tiatia. That's the flying squirrel, or mystery soup. Oh fuck it, we'll try the stewed flying squirrel. Why not? This is your vegetarian option. Mystery soup. You know, we've had, there's been some mystery foods that the warrior flight has eaten over time, and not all of them have sat well with us, so let's go with the second one. Stewed sounds nice. A glowing tomato. Is that what they're calling it? They do glow. And onion base simmered till the tiat meat melts in your mouth. Okay. I've got just this special blend of spices to curtail its natural gamey flavor. Without further ado. Alright, hell yeah. I thought they might have... Of course they don't have different props for it. The stew tia has a distinct, rich taste that you could get used to. You down the whole of it. Nice. Da 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 da. No need to give me your thoughts. All is written plain in your face. It was really good. I'll eventually be adding these dishes to the menu, so come by whenever you have anchoring. Alright. Maybe next time we go... The salad would have been appropriate with all the vegetables and shit like that they have here, but... Thanks, dude. I enjoy cooking down here. You can't get glowing vegetables anywhere but Gokolma, after all. As thanks to this forest. The glowing watermelon. These are indeed tomatoes, the glowing tomatoes. I think the watermelon, the pumpkin, and then the seeds. Whatever this... Oh, this is the tomato. But not all of them do glow. Like, the apples are fine. They're just big apples. This is very cool regardless. Like, this, I think, is the pumpkin. They made sort of like a pumpkin stew in it. Up. Hey again, Mamool Ja. I have to hand it to Boltse. He really comes up with the most unique cuisine. He's apparently a master chef, my dude. Seeing everyone dine here makes me realize that food has become something more than just a means of survival for Mamook. It's become a source of joy. Hell yeah, my dude. A happy side effect, perhaps, but I'm grateful nonetheless. Anyway, I have to go and chat with Angier. Apparently, she wants to consult me on something. Care to join? Will do, will do. Are you going? Oh, we're not going where Angier's desk is. To the fields. Also, Biz, stretch, check, hydrate, check. Thank you. Much appreciated. We did stand up recently, but I will take a second here to have a sip of water. To have a sip of water. Make sure you stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Alright, hydration retrieved. Ravioli job? Sure. Try hard enough, everything can be a food pun. Oh, they're all the way here at the back of the gardens. Without Angier's knowledge, Golgoma would still be but a flight of fancy. We owe her much more. That you do, man. We've been blessed to have her here. She brought the seeds, and then she's also brought the knowledge of how to grow the crops, and, you know, all the science that Charlene has behind growing crops, which they have had a lot of, because they were planning on, you know, growing crops, you know, out in space or whatever when they might have had to flee the stars. So being able to grow food has been important. Oh, Kelvin, you came along too. This works out nicely then. I wanted to tell you that Golgoma has been offered a place in Torori Agricultural Association. Oh, they have one of those? Oh, from Tuliolol? That sounds like something that the Tuliolol government may have. Outside communities have officially come to recognize our efforts. Given how well our goals have been accomplished, I think it's only natural that I consider a new pursuit. That's fair enough. You've done your job here of getting this place off the ground, my friend. We are blessed to have you. Best of luck wherever you go. You don't mean you're returning to Charlene? Oh, heavens no. I only meant to say that I intend to pursue a study of selective breeding. Oh, okay. I thought she was returning to Charlotte. Crops more bountiful, flavorful, and nutritious than we have yet developed. Mamook's economy and reputation would surely stand to benefit. No, she's just like, nope, I'm here, you're stuck with me. Blessed to have you, blessed to have you. Yet the thought that Golgoma might rise to the heights of horticultural excellence is what thrills me. Don't you agree? Crops more bountiful, flavorful, and nutritious. Hell yeah. Its economy and its reputation. She's committed to the cause. Of course, I can think of no better way to show how much Mamook has changed. We may even convince more folks to return from Tuliolol. Yeah, if you show them, hey, all this produce, you know, this came out of Mamook. As a Mamool Ja, Mamook is and always will be my homeland. So apparently there are Mamool Ja, like I think further south as well. I can now hold my head high when I say that. Hell yeah. And that's only because you both were here to help. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Nah, man, group effort, group effort. Kelvin, I'll keep doing what I can to help Angier with the research, so if you ever find the time and inclination, feel free to stop by. We'll be waiting, ready to show you a greenery the likes of which you've never seen. Hell yeah, Angier. Wait, before we go, Angier, tell me about you. What's your story, Angier? Angier, what's your story? We'll never know Angier's story. Maybe in the Allied Society quest. Angia, tell me your story. Oh, there we go. Because I don't think we've seen a lot of Zayla Ora in Charlan. I think it's mostly been like Ryan, so it's just like, how'd you get here? What's the story of your family? Because there's only been a few Zayla that made it this far out to Eorzea, right? And beyond, you know? Rex, okay, maybe it will be in the full one. What, in the Allied Society quest? Maybe, but who knows what shenanigans we'll get up to in that. Who knows? Alright, we've achieved Bloodsworn Reputation with the Farmers of Gokoma. You'll receive an experience point bonus upon the completion of Mamool Ja Society daily quests. And we'll now have full access to the vendor. Alright. Well, there we go. Our beautiful, beautiful garden. This was a really fun reputation line. Very wholesome. I enjoyed it greatly. I enjoyed it greatly. Who the fuck is this? Pudilja. Hello, little guy. I wonder how my friends in Toyola are doing. We promised to play Triple Triad the next time I visit, so until then I'll practice. Oh, it's the Triple Triad guy. I saw somebody in a Triple Triad cutscene standing here and I was just like, who the fuck are they playing against? It's just a little guy. He's ready to kick your ass at Triple Triad. He's ready to kick your ass. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, it's my dude. God, it smells so good, I can swallow it whole. Chew at the very least, I beg you. These are probably just these two from the side quests. This is probably Gotolja from the side quests. They just had them out here now. That gentleman Bolsek taught me a recipe I can easily make at home. Now all I need are ingredients. My partner is delighted that meat from Eek Sprax can be added to the market now. Makes me all the more excited to cook, to discover new ways to impress. Hell yeah, lady. I think we voiced her differently last time, but whatever. In the Mamool Ja tongue, Tika Selvas means weight of the forest. Noted, noted, noted. Kagilja named it for me. Ah yes, our Buniwa friend. Weight of the forest. I guess because this is Jaktika Heartland, so I'm pretty sure Tika is probably forest. And I guess Selvas is weight? As he described it, this forest was once weighed down by the meteorite's influence, but now that very weight has become a boon. Oh yeah? A boon for which I plan to partake today, with gratitude in my heart. Hell yeah, thanks you for your chef expertise. Good thing we talked to the side quests here. Forming a repository of like the different words. They've gone out of their way to like, you know, have like different words in the different languages and stuff like that, and for the actual meaning of those things to be consistent. making the languages and stuff. So, you know, like, if we come upon words in the future based on words that we've learned before, we might be able to guess at their meaning. Alright, Angir, how are you doing? Good to see you, Kenwin. As you can see, Gokoma is still thriving. My study of selective breeding proceeds apace as well. We may need to expand our beds to facilitate further growth. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is a good starting point, but a full farmland it is not. But for that, I must first consult with the artwork. Oh, yeah. And then Revolja. Calvin, nice to see you. Goma's still flourishing thanks to everyone's efforts. Now that we're part of the Turoli Agriculture Association, we've begun proper trade with outside communities, which is why we need more help than ever around the granary. If you have a moment to spare, feel free to lend us a hand. Alright, hell yeah, they got proper trade now with other communities. Nice. Let's see if anybody around here has anything new to say. Marilja, how goes it? This is one of the mercenary lads. Kokoma is the very image of peace. The other day I helped with the harvest, and it was a pleasure to handle so many bright and various crops. Hell yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Whee. Hills from our great granary may have stabilized, but our dreams for Kokoma grow ever greater. Our branch bearers stand ready to take you to any corner of the forest that needs tending, so don't hesitate to call. Alright, this is one of the people that can send you out on a branch bearer. Got all our stock stored here. Alright, and then let's see if Kagilja has something new to say before we'll do the round of dailies here. Oh, and we'll check the vendor. See, Kagilja says,
thank you for coming. Thank you for all your help around the Gatorade, Kelvin. Just look how far we've come. I hope you'll continue to help our eternal color.
Yeah, that's what Gokoma's name means.
Retain its vibrancy as we seek to extend Gokoma's reach to communities far and wide.
Hell yeah. And then let's check the vendor here. So we got a framer's kit. And we've already bought the other stuff. This is the Tikka Selvas, so you can have a sandwich in your house. And then we have a blue leafkin card, so let's pick up both of these things. We've already bought the branch bearer and the little Jaktika leafkin minion. And the orchestron as well, which I've already put in my apartment. Alright, I forgot to trade in these things for the silver, the pedant's amount of silver we can trade in for it. I'll have to go back and do that later. Alright, let's check. Let's check our framer's kit. Let me see. Bring up the adventure plate. So let me see. We have portrait, background, and accent. Okay, it doesn't have a frame. It doesn't have a frame, only a background and accent. That's rare. Usually at least have one of each. Let's see. Where would it be under? Okay, here we go. Gokoma. Okay, okay. Sort of have like the glowy ferns. The glowy ferns in the background. That's pretty nice. Could definitely put that on something. And then Gokoma accent as well. Mamool Ja lights. This is the one. Oh, it's like the lights on the trees. That's actually nice. And they got the stuff going at the top. I think I like these better than our little... this is the Pelu Pelu pennants. Let's see. Let me go back to... This is the 12 Folds Blessing background. Also, we can move our character over slightly. There we go. And then, let me see, the plate design. So we have base plate, top border, bottom border, and accent. Okay, not a lot else. Okay, base plate. Gokoma. Okay, so that's sort of just like the background of the area. I think that's the... Yeah, it's this place over here. But in a blue. And then there is also top border, bottom border, and accent. Okay, I think that's the this thing over here. That little banner. Got a couple of the glowy stuff. Sort of a nice center mesh looking thing. Don't know why it looks kind of coastal. And then bottom border. Oklahoma. Let's find it. Here we go. Okay, so just sort of like a stone sort of fence along the bottom. And then lastly, the accent, which we currently have the flowers. Here we go. Oh, it's all the different rainbow fruits. Little rainbow fruit stickers. That's nice. So we got the watermelon, the pumpkins, and then one of the bananas. Alright, pretty decent, pretty decent. Some good options. I do like the lanterns. We will definitely be using that. Let me check. Let me look at the bottom border to see if it would work better. We're currently using the Namazu one for the bottom border since I think it matches well with the top one, which is the a Crystarium one. This one has like all the same colors as the top one, so it's worked out pretty great. But let's see. Yeah, it's nice, but the other one matches too well. The other one matches too well, so we'll stick with it. There we go. But the freaking Golgolma lamp's a nice addition. A nice addition. Let me look at my other portrait, see if I want to add any of these on my other ones. I like the leaf one we have rolling for this one. So it was the accent. I do like the magical accent in this corner here for Sage. And this one as well works really great for Astrologian. This one works out pretty alright for Scholar. Summoner. It could work out right. Let's maybe change the lights though to be more of a yellow light. Black Mage is already good with the fire. Red Mage is fine. Pictomancer already pretty perfect. I like the colors on this one. It's the only one we're using. This is from the Cosmic Exploration. The little shapes and stuff like that. Like that, we can go kind of colorful with that one. This one's using the chains. I don't know if the lanterns would work as nice. This one's the only one that I have that using the crystals, so I like that one. This one's the only one that I have using this little cactuar with the sand. This one is the only one that I have using the clouds, but it could work with that one. I like the stars for this one. Reaper, we're just on fire over here with Reaper. Burn it to the ground. I wonder how this one would look with the Mamool Ja lights though. Yeah. I think we're good. I think we're good. Dragoon. We don't really have, I don't think we really have much accents with Dragoon. But oh right, no, this background is the accent. With the spears and shit. The spears and shit's on their background. That makes sense for Dragoon. That makes sense. This one we got the rope. If I were to do the lights though. No, it doesn't work as nice. Doesn't work out as well. This one. I don't think works. Don't think it could work. Paladin, we have the yellow crystals. Warrior, we have the fire. Can't do anything else for that, but on Warrior. Warrior has to have the fire. Gunbreaker has the rope. We could maybe do the lights. If we can't do the lights on this, maybe we'll do the lights. Nah, it doesn't work. Maybe we can do the lights on Monk. The stars don't really work out that well either, so if we just move the portrait down, I think we'll be fine. Where was it? Where was it? Here we go. And then just whoop. Move that down a little bit, and we're good. Maybe change the lighting as well to be a little bit more yellow. Let's change the direction of the lighting too. There we go. Have it look like it's being lit from there. All right, perfect. Good enough. Maybe we can also do maybe a different background. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can do the forest background with this one. I forgot about the Kokoma background. We can probably maybe find a way to do this on another one too. And then change the frame to something else. The white outline could be nice. Let's find a good frame for this one. Island vacation with the flowers. 12-fold blessing. Four lords. Oh, right. This will just have the different things with it. Yulmore. Alright, that's the roses. Curtains. It's got a little bit of blue. Oh, that's the one with the... Oh, you know what? That's not too bad. Makes it look like a foresty scene. A foresty scene. Ooh, this actually works out better because it looks like the lands are hanging from up at the top. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that one. That was Idle Wisdom. Looks great, looks great. Let me see if I wanted to have maybe that background, the foresty background on a different one. I think we're good. I think their other ones work pretty well for the other ones. For the other ones. Got a lot of just the starry background because it just works out so well. And I did like this one. So I think we can change up the framers kit. Maybe we'll have the other frame be the same one as we had on the on that one, which was Idle Wisdom. Save, move this down a little bit, zoom it out slightly so we can see the background one a little bit. There we go, that's nice. That's nice. I think we're good. I don't know if the blue would work out well on this one. Let's see if the blue background would. This is the 12-fold blessings background. Let's look at Gokgolma. And it could be okay. I think I like the one we had before though. Yeah, I think we found the one where it works well. I think we found the one where it works well. For at least what I have going with the rest of the portraits. That looks great. Our monk was kind of generic before. I didn't really have a thing going with it, and now this, you know, looks good. It looks good. I think it works well with the things in the background. Could we? I don't think it would work well with this one. I don't know if it would work well with this one. Let's give it a go. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work with all the yellow. Could we do it? I like the deserty theme, whatever this has going on, but could we make it the foresty theme? Maybe not with this specific set. Maybe not with this specific set. Yeah, no. I think we're good. I think we found the only one that it could work out with the glowy rock. Could work with the glowy rock. Dun, 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 dun. I think, you know what? It works. It works. There we go. I wanted at least one more. Maximize the glowy. Maybe we can have a different border with this as well. Besides the white outline border. And it definitely doesn't work quite well. Not with the angle that we have here. Ooh, this little gold one. You can't see the blue accent in the corner because it's being covered up, but for now that one's okay. Alright, and these are the ones for the different classes. Four Lords could work. Kind of a woodsy kind of vibe. Could be. Could be. This one's also a woodsy vibe, but you can't really see the flowers in the corner, so... because it's being covered up by the rocks, so that one could work out. Same thing with this one, you don't actually see the corner parts. Don't actually see the corner parts. Alright, I think we either go for... let me see, it was either gonna be... this one with the light gold filigree. Or it was gonna be the Island Vacation one. With a sort of woodsy vibe. Or what was the other one that we had in mind? No, I think that was the one. Island Vacation or Wondrous Whimsy, maybe? Wondrous Whimsy could work. Let me look at the, this one again. It does look nice. It does look nice. Let's go with it. Alright, alright, alright. And then let's maybe change the lighting. We've already all in on blue, but maybe we'll change the angle that's coming from. Oh, blue all the time. I'll make it a little bit softer. I think that's the right level of blue. All right, perfect. All right. Here we go. So that's that updated. That's that. The portrait's updated. Like I said, I think it's a really great upgrade we have to summon it. Cool with the lanterns. And then... I don't have anything fancy going for Red Mage yet, but I think it'll have to be something else. There's plenty of other cool portraits we have to get. Nice upgrade to Bard. And then Monk. Monk ended up being pretty cool, I think. The more shit we get, the more stuff we have to play around with. And then the cool lanterns now as well on our adventurer plate. I like the lanterns. Alright. So yeah, that was it for the... that was it for the Mamool Ja Reputation. We'll have to see, you know, where the allied reputation will take everything. And then otherwise, we do know from the live letter that our next reputation will be coming in either 7.3 or 7.35. Probably 7.35, because that's when we also got the Mamool Ja Rep here. So it'll probably be 7.35. And we'll be getting the last of the Dawntrail reputations, which will be, they announced it would be the Yakui. So the Yakui is going to be our crafting reputation. It seems like it's going to be taking place somewhere in the Snowy Mountains, so it might be an instanced area that we might be going into. Similar to, I think, what other one? Like similar to the Pixies. The Pixies did have like the instance like Garden of Dreams area. So we might be doing something like that, because I don't think there's anywhere out in the open world that has as snowy a location. So, and also like the Omicron reputation had the little instance area as well, where things got upgraded. But the vendors and stuff like that were in the open world, so it's probably going to be a similar vibe. There'll be open world areas, just like, here, would you like to go where all the shit is? And we're just like, yep. But yeah, that'll be the final reputation. Because we have the Battle reputation with the Pelo, and then we had the Gather reputation here, and then the Crafter reputation will be the last one, because that's been what they've been doing since Shadowbringers. They've had one Crafter, one Gatherer, and then one Battle one, which has, I think, worked out well for them. Gives people a great, easy way to catch up on levels, and everything like that. So we look forward to seeing what that storyline with that reputation is going to be. I think a lot of people, including myself, are thinking, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be the Moblins. That seems like a perfect fit for a crafter reputation one. But I like that they went with the Akui, because it's a little bit different, and I guess learning more of the Akui will be pretty cool. But learning more about the Moblins could have been cool too. We still have yet to have a variant dungeon. We were promised one. At least one. They did say they would be continuing with it from the FanFest announcements leading up to Dawntrail. It was mentioned. It was mentioned as a thing that would be in Dawntrail, so hopefully we'll be getting it. I don't know. Hopefully. It seems like, it was a new thing in Endwalker. They released 3, but it seems like maybe 1 going forward. I think that's probably, considering all the other stuff that they've been introducing, I'll take 1 variant dungeon per expansion. I'll take it. Be a cool little thing. I just hope they don't abandon it, because it's just, variant dungeons were such a fun way to expand the world, and see little pockets of lore and things like that maybe wouldn't benefit like an entire expansion, but was really fun to go looking around in. Like a little bit more of the island that Kugane is on. A little bit more. We got to see some of the South Sea Isles, which turned out to be really important. And then, we got a little bit of the Sylvan Underground, and got a little bit more with Nanamo. It was very nice. Still the underground lore, we knew a lot of that from other places, but it was sort of all over the place in different areas. So it was mostly learning more about, that, and then also learning more about Nanamo's parents. Of the 3, it was probably the least interesting in terms of the lore, but it was still a fun like jaunt as the first variant dungeon. So I really hope they don't drop it, and we do end up seeing one more. We end up seeing one for Dawntrail. But yeah, I like content and stuff like this, so I'll look forward to seeing the Akui reputation, and then also afterwards, like I said, wherever the allied reputation will take us. We'll probably, based on when we got the allied reputation in Endwalker, it'll probably be close to the end of the expansion, and in the 0.5-ish patch somewhere. Was it 0.5? It wasn't the 0.5 patch. It was pretty late. It was pretty late down the line. But I'm still hoping one day they'll go back and they'll do an allied reputation storyline for Shadowbringers. They have shown that they have been willing to go back and do some of these things, because of COVID times and the problems with development during that. This is one of the things. The Allied Society quest line for Shadowbringers was scrapped. But it's just sort of sitting here all lonesome as the only Bloodsworn reputation line. As the only one that's sitting at Bloodsworn as the max. So, you know, one day please go back. Put in the little story, people will rejoice. The forgotten reputations, the abandoned children. Alright though. But yeah. No, we're not ending stream quite yet. We do have one more thing to go to do, and that's cosmic exploration. So we have gotten to max level for this current patch, level 20 here on Zalera. And there is a quest that is out there. I don't know if it's just like a congratulations, you've done it. Quest, or if it has like a little cutscene or whatever with Naming Way or anything like that. I've forgotten how I voiced Naming Way, so... Hold on a second, Rooney. Just changing the title since we're done with the Occult Crescent and we're also done with the Mamool Ja Rep. Alright, let's get out there. Let's get out there. And then, yeah, I will make sure to check the trailers before we end stream. Might as well. Let me see. Naming Way is high-pitched Swarmer type voice. Yeah, I remember we did go pretty high-pitched with Naming Way.
Naming Way.
I think I went for more typical opera voice. And then Searching Way, I think, was pretty normal. Searching Way, we gave a pretty normal voice. If we do end up being in the cutscene like that or whatever again. Let me see. Let me use my Twin Adder Aetheryte ticket. Emergency food way. I'm sure there's something like that somewhere. Probably like cooking. It'd probably just be something like cooking way. Or something like that. Ooh, some person over here with the neon green freaking wolf outfit. Look at that. Ooh. Let me see. Let's zone transition once over here and then we'll teleport to the moon.
One zone transition, reduce the teleport fee. We might as well.
And then to the moon. Let me take a sip of water here real quick. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated.
Alrighty, hydration achieved.
I believe this is the right direction. Yeah, there we go. There's driving way. Our lad driving way. Or our fellow driving way. Not a lot of people on the moon currently. All right. So yeah, so here it is. This is the full level 20 completion of cosmic exploration. So this is the Hopperway Dome, or whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever the last level was. Says our facilities are complete, and upon Cosmoport stands a new starship begging to be piloted. This chapter, my friends, marks the crowning achievement of our Lunar Development Initiative. For me, these days have passed in a haze of a dream. But thanks to our fearless leader, Searching Away, and our wonderful contributors from Atheris, gazing into the velvety black sky reflects to me something profound. The arduous work of transcription becomes but a trifle, and my exhaustion fades quietly into calm. Henceforth, our efforts will be focused now to distant exploration. Insofar as our dreams persist, and my exo-tablet remains charged, I will remain your faithful scribe to adventures both old and new, to eternity and beyond. So yeah, this is the ship here at the top of the thing here. And then this is the video log. So this just looks like it gives an overview of the area in general, like, hey, look at all this stuff you've made, and then boom, the main area. with all the different facilities we constructed along the edge. The mech port, the ship here. And then over here inside the building, as soon as we get out of this cutscene, there we go. Over here inside the building, we have Mech Lad here. Here's more missions together, my mechanized friend. Shine brighter than any star. These two taking a break. Of how they rest at last. Well earned, if you ask me. Bunch of people all around the area, cute little things. The shops have, there's the holograms. The shops all have their own little areas now. And then there's second levels with some little plant sample areas. Some vending machine looking things. And then you can go up here and stand on the walkway up here. When everybody completed this, they all gathered up there. Oh, so many effects. So many effects. But yeah, this is the final level at the current patch. And next patch, 7.3, will be going out to an actual planet. And then have a whole thing to do with that one. Oh, also there's these guys over here. Time for a commemorative photo. This freaking snapping way or whatever I'm sure that lopper is called. Take a photo. But yeah, and then there's also, surprise, surprise, this quest over here with Searching Way. So let's see what this is all about here for reaching level 20. It could just be like a, you've done it. But we'll see. Oh, no. We do have both loppers in here. Looking at the little exo tablet. Passion, thy name is Ardorum. Sinus Ardorum. Searching Way is pleased with the initiative's stellar progress. Oh, it is a bit of a cutscene. Hard at work, Kelwyn. Have you had a chance to explore the premises? Is maybe the voice we gave Searching Way. I should have probably looked this up beforehand. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, oh, right, we have to go out to cosmic exploration to do this quest. I occasionally look up from my exo tablet to avoid crashing into things. Or maintain maximum efficiency, I go only where there is work to be done. We see, hard at work, Kelwyn. Have you had a chance to explore the premises? I wish there was an option to be like, yeah, I've explored. We'll say the first one. Well, it's not like this. This makes it sound that we're always like Kelwyn. I don't like either of these options, to be honest. But we'll say we go where there's work to be done. Maximum efficiency. Warrior of Light. We go where we're needed. How wonderful to hear that you love your work so much. Your contributions will play an invaluable role in our future exploits. All right. I have returned, and I must say the base has truly become a sight to behold. It's not quite the voice we gave them. Hold on. I must say the base has truly become a sight to behold. Maybe something like that. A little bit, maybe add a little bit something else to it. It's been a while, guys. It's been a hot second. The Loporits usually have a little bit of the accent. We give you these guys' accent. I have returned, and I must say the base has truly become a sight to behold. That sounds more right. Hasn't it? We owe much to the people of Atheris for their... Hasn't it? We owe much to the people of Atheris for their assistance. Indeed. And it warms my heart to see my kin working together with them. It's good to be back. And to have so many new curiosities to name. Come, Kelwyn, let me introduce you to my latest and greatest nomenclature. A marvelous idea. You two hop along by all means. Trust me, Kelwyn. Naming weight never disappoints. There has been definitely some interestingly named things. Especially down in, whatever, this area. The Fluff Court. Frozen Briar, the Chloros This one's just Heimdall debris. A rock slide, the Mushroom, the Blooming Beds, Hollow Harbor. I like the alliteration. Scream Puff. Naming Searching Way. Sounds like Naming Way is already hard at work as our designated denominator. Go on, I'll be here when you return.
Let's be on our way, Kelwyn. We'll start with the starship and from there, tour my most delightful discoveries.
Naming Way is now accompanying us. Okay.
There's so much to cover, so let's waste no time.
All right. Starting up here. Up over here. Okay, this music. Ready for adventure.
Witness our starship, the very manifestation of our collective aspirations. Though diminutive in size and propulsion capacity compared to the Ragnarok.
Okay, so it's smaller in size and less propulsion capacity.
It is nevertheless heir to its legacy. The data collected during the journey to Ultima Thule was the basis for our craft's ability to ride stellar currents at the speed of light.
Okay, alright.
In anticipation of future voyages across the cosmos, it shall be known as the Galactic Way.
Galactic Way.
It carries us into the unknown and beyond our wildest dreams. And now I say that we venture further afield. Pray accompany me to Gleamslope. The outer edge by Gleamdrift will do.
Alright. Up there's a talking point over. Is that where we're going? No, it's along the way. Alright. We're doing all the exploring. Let's go. Oh, there's also a talking point over here. Discuss the rainbow crystal, which is over there. Now kind of covered it though.
Are you familiar with the rainbow crystal in the center of the hub? Though it is slightly different than those in the Bordeaux, I see no reason to change its appellation. It's simply clear and has the word rainbow. What's not to like?
That was pretty great.
Anyway, such crystals regulate gravity and oxygen levels, allowing us to maintain ideal living environments for the people of Atheris.
They did mention that. They did mention that when we were exploring the burrow initially, I think in the main story.
I'm told they can be recalibrated for use on any star we come across.
I'll have to look up the VOD that I did Cosmic Exploration on. And see how close did I get to remembering Naming Way's voice, because I think we've deviated. Discuss the Cosmoliner.
Here in Sinus Ardorum, magnetism disrupts any attempt to attune to ether currents. Our solution? A public propulsion system, the Cosmoliner.
Magnetism disrupts any attempt to attune to ether currents. Okay.
I admit that I was initially uneasy about hurtling through the sky on a tiny platform with few apparent safety features.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I hope we're locked in, like, magnetically onto this thing, because holy shit.
But now I find it as refreshing as a spring breeze.
Alright, and then, let's go over, just walk over this way. Sort of in between the two areas. Go. Let me put my minion away just to make sure they're not in the way. Here we are. Naming Way.
Have you heard about the tunnel they carved through the mountain?
I did, I've been through it.
It was done entirely by machinery. No magics at all. A valuable experiment in anticipation of stars where ether is scarce. And just look at that luster. That's where I drew my inspiration for. Gleam slope, naturally. Maybe a little more than a twinkle, but when we're out there traversing the cosmos, I do hope we'll see it shining back at us.
That's a bit far.
Our dream of reaching the stars beyond is what inspired this project to begin with, and the name Sinus Ardorum stands as testament to that longing. I rather resent that Garlean has become the standard for names of lunar features in my absence, but inconsistency would be even worse.
Probably Nero. Probably Nero naming things. This is Garlean, apparently. Hold on. Is this Latin? Is Garlean Latin? Yeah, Sinus means bay in Latin. And Ardorum means ardor. So Bay of Ardor. I think we looked this up before, I remember. I remember. So Latin is Garlean, apparently.
There's so much more I could show you, but I'll settle for one last chant. To Wedding Ways Bower.
Alright, to Wedding Ways Bower, apparently on the other side of the map. Around the other side of the map. Alright. Maybe, like, people already knew it was based on Flatten because of the, either because of the names or because of the, you know, like, the in-between. You know, like, you know, how there's the titles. You know, like, Gaius Van Belsar. Van is the title that comes between the first name and the last name. Or, you know, like, Xenos Ye Galvus. Ye was, like, meant, like, crown prince or whatever the fuck. Somebody in the royal family or in line to be the next emperor or whatever the fuck. And then he got whatever the other indicator was that meant that he was a he was in exile. I can never keep track of all the different indicators. I'm lucky I remember a couple of them. A couple of the major ones, because some of them are like, yeah, this is legatus, and then some of them are like, you know, this is somebody who works on machinery, and then some of the other ones are like, this is a peasant, or this is somebody who is a, not actually, like, Fordola, whatever Fordola's one was like, not from Garlemald or whatever the fuck. Spain said, think you're gonna go to bed? Alright. Hope you have a good rest. Think about who first discovered pie. Blessings upon the ancestors who discovered also some of these delicious foods. Hope the rest of your stream goes well and you have a great rest of your night. You too, Plains. Have a good one. Take care. Alright. Naming way.
Here we have the Botanical Gardens, where Wedding Way is attempting to determine whether we can utilize the rainbow crystals to cultivate life on other stars. Fortunately for us, the experiments have resulted in a delightful array of crossbeads. See for yourself.
Crossbeads? I think these interesting, like, I think these are supposed to be like cactuar. Or like cactuar based plants. They look like the lunatenders. Very cool. Which one are we looking at specifically? Oh, destination. The following event cannot be skipped. Alright.
Looking at it now, I can scarcely believe this area was once a barren waste. But I digress. Point out anything that catches your eye, and I shall be happy to expound on the particulars.
Well, these ones over here catch my eye. Oh, this is one of these things.
Naming way. By all means, take your time. This garden is worth a look.
Okay. Tree with exploding blooms?
Incredible, isn't it? That is no tree, but in fact a magnificent mushroom transplanted from Mare Diamantorum, and henceforth known as Mycoflox.
Okay.
Inspired by the hot summers of Atheris, its name means fungal flame.
Oh, that's the mica part is probably mushroom, and flux is flame.
When you gaze up at its gills, does it not bring to mind fireworks gleaming in the night sky?
That it does. Screenshot this again, just in case I forgot if I screenshot that one before, the one before.
With further refinement, perhaps we could even teach this species to pop and crackle like its namesake.
No, let's not do that.
What a sight that would be amid all these stars.
That sounds like a danger. No, that sounds like a danger. Maybe we gave naming with a more nasally, like we gave like Kigircha.
We made him like this. A little bit more like this, maybe?
I don't think so. Massive mushroom mound. Oh, all the way at the top. Well, we'll keep on going with what we've been doing for him.
That sizable specimen on the cliff. Yes, you may recognize it from Lovingway's darlings in Mare Diamantorum. I call it a loving puff.
Looks terrible.
Fearsome though it may appear, I assure you it's entirely benign. When it senses an animal's approach, it lets out a puff of spores to say hello. Entirely benign though. Mind you, those spores are wont to hitch rides on the unsuspecting and rather quick to germinate besides. I could have sworn Weddingway wasn't planning to plant any.
Yeah! Mighty fucked bright blue bush. These ones look very nice.
Believe it or not, that leafy-looking bush is a type of fungus known as turquoise shag.
Okay. Also the type of fungus. All funguses.
I'm told its particular glow activates in response to electromagnetic waves, effectively rendering those energies visible to the naked eye.
Okay, lots of scientific stuff here.
Chilean research has even begun to debate the possibility of an information wavelength that exists beyond our ken. Well, because of this fungus. Fascinating.
Okay. And then spongy pink carpet.
The regolith that covers the moon's surface is made up of particles too fine for plants to lay roots. To combat this, we've been experimenting with alchemical soil treatment. This improved soil is to be known as remediated regolith, and as you can see, it's already growing a layer of pink moss. For now, Weddingway's Bower is the only place to witness this botanical miracle.
There's a lot of shit everywhere, dude.
But should we succeed in fostering more types of plant growth, we may well be able to grow entire farms on other stars.
And then vaguely familiar cactus.
Long and blue with a flower on top. Reminds you of a lunar tender, does it not? Indeed, the resemblance is uncanny. Some say lunar tenders evolved from Atheris sabotenders that adapted to the moon's environs. Perhaps these, in turn, evolved from lunar tenders. Unlike their alleged cousins, however, these are unmistakably flora, not fauna. I've named them the Sabotendid to mourn their lost autonomy.
Lost autonomy. Oh, okay.
Have a good look, Kerwin. Or would you like more time?
No, we're good.
I've seen it all.
Thanks, Naming Way.
Wonderful. It's been a delight to show you the new varieties of varietals. When it comes to my process, observation is of vital importance, of course, but a well-designed appellation can often establish cognitive links where physical appearance alone could not. Yeah.
Be like, oh, this sounds like this, and therefore it's like this thing, or, you know, when you were naming the other thing, the firework thing, you know, Mycoflux. Damn, Looney, you're bad at speaking Latin despite having a Latin name. I don't know the language. I don't know the language, but you're right. Luna is Latin. It's the name for the moon. But yeah, otherwise, you know, I don't do Latin. I don't do Latin, but I do know Sinus Ardorum. We looked up how to pronounce it. It is Sinus Ardorum.
Given a proper name, what once was nebulous moves into the light for all to see. A discovery named is a discovery shared.
Nice sentiment naming way. Nice sentiment. How is the earth on Latin? You mean like Terra? Terra, isn't that the Latin name for earth? And then the sun is Sol. S-O-L.
Greater awareness, in turn, invites research, prompting further discoveries. In other words, my nomenclature may one day change the world.
Sure. I mean, a good name is important.
And with each term I craft, I feel a spark of joy that reenacts my passion all over again. Truly, I've never been gladder to call myself naming way.
Once again, I feel like we've diverged from the voice we originally gave him, but you know, here we are.
No, when searching way first arrived, this region was merely an expanse of unknowns. Then you and I turned up, and now look at it. Every last ilm identified. Yet this is far from the final frontier. We must continue the initiative, that we might one day put a name to each and every star in the sky.
Wow, ambitious.
Oh, how invigorating. Searching we will surely want to share our enthusiasm. Let us return to the hub.
All right. At least this much good enough? Well, yeah. Those are like the official names of things in Latin. I mean, obviously, like in terms of biology, like all of the official names for species are also named in Latin. So stuff like vulpes for fox, red fox, or you know, canis lupus for wolf. You know, stuff like that. But outside of biology, I don't think Latin comes up that much. Because it is, by all rights, a dead language. Meaning that nobody, you know, speaks it as their native language. So it's mostly being kept alive by, you know, like the church and, you know, stuff like official names in biology and whatever have you. I'm sure other fields of science probably use Latin in places as well. All right, naming way.
Thank you ever so much for your company. I'm certain Searching Way will be interested to hear your observations.
All right, Searching Way.
Had a nice look around, I hope. Isn't it all just fantastic? With that you had joined the Searching Way, we toured the places I named and waxed philosophical about the virtues of sharing knowledge. All in all, a lovely time. Oh, you're speaking my language. Come to think of it, there's one more place you could visit, if you're so inclined. You have my attention? Shall we, Kelvin?
We shall. Let's go. Where are we going? The center area? Up, yeah, this is where it ports you. When we first complete the place, it's just like, alright, you got one in the place.
Here it is, my favorite vista. Why, we can see the entire hub from here.
I definitely, naming way has been talking so much, I definitely should have looked up the voice I gave him. Oh well. Precisely. Whenever my motivation starts to wane, this sight reminds me the dream we're chasing together. The final days were averted. It was a joyous occasion. Yet we Loporrits has lost our purpose. And for some, the will to carry on. That's what the Loport reputation was for. My role was to seek out new stars for us to call home. Okay. But it was decided that no exodus would come to pass. While my hunger for worlds unknown and sights unseen remained, I feared that there was no meaning to be found in it. Oh man. There's plenty of knowledge we can gain from this. And maybe, I don't know, others we can help out there. On the vast unknown. In old Charlayan, I saw knowledge give an unexpected purpose as a new field of study was born. If the people of Atheris can pursue knowledge without knowing where they'll end up, I thought, then why not me? Yeah, science does that a lot sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, sometimes you just want to know. It's just like, is there a purpose? No, I know. Sometimes you just want to know. And maybe sometimes that knowledge will be useful down the line, but maybe it's just for curiosity's sake. Curiosity needs no justification. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, searching way. In my heart of if my heart yearns for the great expanse, then so be it. To the stars I'll go. Hell yeah, dude. Follow your dreams. There's a lot of people here that share it with you.
Remarkable how far that epiphany has taken you searching away. Look at all that your initiative has built. The Galactic Way awaits on its launch pad. Now we only need to coordinate our... Now we only need the coordinates of our first destination. When we're ready for liftoff, you follow me to the stars.
We're in. Stoic nod. To the stars. Whatever awaits us out there in the great expanse. Whatever the song of hope may be. Won't be all just like death and despair that Medion found. We do know, based on the live letter, that, oh, well, there would definitely be some life on the first planet we go to. Look forward to seeing what we're going to learn about it. Maybe it'll be one of the stars Medion had visited previously. As you have completed 100 stellar missions in Sinus Ardorum, you're eligible to undertake an additional quest. What? Seek out Mumuko to learn of ways you might further benefit the initiative? Alright, let's leave these two for a second.
Such a marvelous moon base. I can scarcely believe the magnitude of it. Yet I know that far more awaits us beyond the furthest reaches of the stars. We're still calculating the exact coordinates for the Galactic Way's voyage, but once the preparations are in place, I invite you to embark with us into the great unknown. Into the great unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
Alright, where's this quest? You. Are you the Lalafellan project manager? Somebody mentioned that when we spoke to one of the NPCs.
You there. Yes, you. Have you some time to spare?
Yeah, I got time. Plenty. Sure.
Yes, I suspected as much. Good thing, too, or I'd be in a real pickle.
A manager's patience. Where there are idle hands, Mumuko finds ways to fill them.
I suppose introductions are in order. I'm Mumuko, former Charlayan bureaucrat and acting project manager here at the Moongate Hub.
Now, I'm assuming that efficient staffing and supply are non-negotiable, and yes, they are.
Have you any idea what it takes to keep an initiative of this scale on track?
I can only imagine.
The answer is micromanagement. Someone to keep several hundred noses to the grindstone without revealing how much leeway the schedule actually has.
Okay.
So in my capacity as project manager, I must ask you,
Why are so many of our talented specialists utterly incompetent outside of their chosen field? Because they're specialists. That's the point of specialists. Our uniforms, for example. 3 people still haven't come to claim theirs, and the deadline's already come and gone. Do you even want to explore the furthest reaches of space? And make sure you pick up your goddamn uniform. Goddamn these people. Luckily, idling them these people. Luckily for them, you seem reliable enough. Our voice is shifting as we continue to voice this character. Could you see to it that those brilliant buffoons receive their crew uniforms? Two of them should be close by. The third, however, may need to be caught while he's working. Muko has entrusted you with the forgotten crew uniforms and a map with which to find their owners. It appears all 3 of them are located within the Moongate hub. Make sure those slack-jawed savants get their uniforms, all right? You need only follow my plan. I'm counting on you. All right. So it looks like there's 2 already here to talk to, and then we'll find the third one after. Off-duty gleaner. Hello. Sorry, did you commission me for something? Because I could swear I finished my request for the day. For one reason or another, this set of unworn Cosmic Exploration Initiative Tower has been left to gather dust. Hi, are you part of the initiative, or are you just here as a gleaner in capacity? I just work for Charlene. Oh, no. What kind of gleaner forgets to gather their own items? And to think, I used to consider myself a match for my rival. Former rival, I should say. We competed to see who could bring the finds to the highest quality, but he left old Charlene and has since become a freelancer. Oh? Hey, yo, you rival to Aaronville? Not to be outdone, I applied to join the project, but I clearly need to get my act together before I'm fit to handle more challenging assignments. Aaronville's rival. Well, I suppose I'd better go and put this on. Thank you for the livery. Alright. And then over here. Whoa, a Galean? Hello. Do you need something from me? I'm afraid I have a great many theories that won't for proving at present. Yes, hello. A uniform for the initiative? Oh, my apologies. I had every intention of collecting this myself, but the regolith here is so captivating that my scientific passions took me for a time. Myriad forms of life exist beyond our star. Forms hitherto unconceived of by all save myself. Oh, okay, lass, okay. Future of science lies in xenobiology, and through the dawning of this attire, I shall take my rightful place at its vanguard. She got a lot of passion. At last, I shall have proof of my thesis and silence those naysayers at the Astronomical Society by shoving it down their throats. Is she Galilean? This looks very Galilean. Maybe there's an Astronomical Society in Garlemald. Alright. You know, the ancients and us, we are never so different from each other. This sounds like I'm talking to an ancient right now. Ah yes, science. 2 of the brilliant buffoons have received their uniforms. To catch the third, Momoko's map suggests you wait near the Galactic Way. Alright. To the starship. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. This is where we're waiting. Waiting. Fast bar. Sometimes they make us sit looking around for a little while. Smile. The progress we made. Who is this? Well, bugger me if it ain't Kelwin. If it ain't Kelwin. Who is this? Oh! Cole, right? Our engineering friend. Cole. I was close. This is one of the engineers that was, he helped us a couple times during the main quest line. Was an engineer on the Ragnarok, and then also helped us get the ether that we needed in the post campaign to fuel, you know, send some power to the moon to open the Void Gate. Can't imagine this is quite as exciting as the edge of the universe, but as Ultimate Thule. But with a name like Cosmic Exploration, I'll bet you came running, eh? Cosmically Explorer. Cole knows to say. Margaret sends regards. Margaret! Dude, they've been doing such a nice job of... They did this in the Mamool Ja quest line as well, of mentioning some of the other quests we've done before. Like when they were talking, in one of the dailies that you can do for the Mamool Ja Reputation, when they're talking about making beverages and stuff like that, we had to mention that, you know, we from the Alchemist and Culinarian role quest for Dawntrail, that we know of a Buniwa who makes juices and stuff like that, and Tuliolol, etc., etc. There's a couple of when we went out with that quest to go out to the Heritage Found area to look at how they were growing plants in a low light environment, one of them mentioned the long side quest chain person, Shalosi or whatever, from the side quest chain. They were just like, oh hey, you're one of Shalosi's friends. When the NPCs mentioned that, it makes the world feel more alive and interconnected. It's pretty great. Just like these little lines acknowledging. Margaret sends her regards, by the way. I said to her, you really think I'll chance upon Kelwin Light on the bloody moon? Ha! Shows what I know. You can chance upon Kelwin Light wherever. Who knows when you're chance upon the Warrior of Light? Roams. Roaming a roaming entity. After the Ragnarok business, the initiative brought me in as chief propulsion system engineer for the vessel. Came to have a look now that she has been put together. Hell yeah. Your chief propulsion engineer, my dude. Come to think of it, what were you looking for just now? I think it was you, my dude. Moko sent you to bring me a uniform, did she? Now that you mention it, I vaguely recall her saying something about my clothes. Well, can't say as I'm interested. Next she'll want me to give up my tool belt too. But this here beauty's soaked in my blood, sweat, and tears. I wouldn't feel at home without it. You can put it over your other thing, but if you are going to be on the moon, it might benefit you to have some appropriate attire. Who is it? Oh shit, it's the Lalafell herself. Spare her your theatrics, Cole, then Cole. You will. Wear our uniform. Bleeding hellfire, it's her. She's fierce, dude. Do you really think I'll allow your fluids to sully our vessel, thereby polluting the ecosystem of any stars we land on? Our uniforms are imbued with purifying magics that purge any and all dangerous contaminants. Oh, okay. Interesting note. Purifying magics, so that we won't infect other planets with microbacteria. You'll wear one before you so much as breathe on our galactic way. Surely the gifted engineer who solved the ether burner quandary can be bothered to change his clothes, yes? Well, if it's not important. We're not wearing a uniform, though. Though we can buy one with credits. So this is the bonus quest for doing 100 missions. There he is, ready to go. I knew it. It's too form-fitting. But it's in your color though, my friend. A man like me ain't meant to be seen like this. Hey, you're fine, dude. Has enough small talk. Now run along and conduct your inspection. The test flight is nearly upon us, and I won't be held responsible for any delays you cause. I didn't miss your nagging. I'll tell you that. Let me get it over with. See you later, Cole. Have a good one. Have fools always been too stubborn for his own good, but as you can see, his sense of duty can be used against him. You may wish to keep that in mind. I know how to manipulate everybody here in this project thing. Now then, I have a duty to fulfill myself. Come and see me back at the Ludohopolis for your reward. That's right, even you. That's right, I knew you couldn't say no to an offer. to somebody asking for help, and that's why I got you to deliver all the uniforms. Somebody out there, one of the, with that effect over there, one of the top people right now. I wonder if we can see Cole working around there. Dun, da, da, dun, 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 dun. Nope. That's negative. Whee! Alright. Forgive me for sending a storied hero like yourself on such a trivial errand. Nah, we get it all the time, dude. We're happy to help. Well, that's what we're here helping with, dude. But your assistance has been invaluable. Given that this initiative has drawn the attention of eccentrics the world over. Yeah, this would definitely be a place where eccentrics go. I know I would need someone of your caliber to rein them in. Someone of your caliber to rein them in. Your reining in skills are well known. I hope that I may call upon you again in the future. Alright. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. A manager's persistence. Where there are more idle hands, Mamuko will find even more ways to fill them. Tell me, do you have more time to spare? Are we really doing this again? No, plenty. Yeah, sure, we have time to spare, yeah. Straight into the point. Precisely the sort of answer I'd hope to hear. As you have no doubt surmised, I'm once again in need of assistance. Your assistance. There's another troublemaker who wants a wrangling. Packing away. The lopper in charge of designing our interstellar supply chain. They're around here somewhere, so when you find them, give them this box and tell them they need to put it in the ship's cargo hold. Okay. They may refuse at first, but don't let that deter you. And if they should flee, you ought to chase them across the crater, the moon, the very edge of the universe if you must. Don't let them out of your sights going. I'm sure packing away isn't far from here. Whatever it takes, you must see to it that they accept the box and put it in the cargo hold. Okay. Da, 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 da. They might be just outside. Da, 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 da. Hello? Here they are.
I know you. Ardent supporter of Lopperts everywhere. Is there something I can do for you, miss?
Mamuko's mystery box. Mamuko didn't specify what this box contains, only that it must be given to packing away at all costs.
Mamuko wants me to put this in the cargo hold. And no, out of the question. We can't just throw any old box on board, you know? A starship's payload capacity is incredibly strict. So if it's not in the design document, there is simply no room for it, sorry.
Are we a go-between? Packing away has refused delivery. You must hunt them down and insist that they receive Mamuko's mystery box. Alright, can we look to see what's inside the box first? Maybe we can ask more details from Mamuko. Wait, packing away. Maybe at least see what's in the box first?
You again? I see. How can I help you this time?
Same thing. It's the box again.
Weren't you listening? Our vessel's already burdened with a great deal of heavy machinery, and even then, only the necessities. A last-minute addition would force me to revise all my calculations. So if it's not on the cargo list, it's not coming aboard. No exceptions. Goodbye.
Packingways evaded your delivery once more. With a little more persistence, perhaps they can be persuaded to accept Mamuko's delivery box. Or our mystery box, I mean. Mamuko, what's in the box? Mamuko. Alright. Not allowed to ask what's in the box. Hi again, Packingway. Sorry for being this persistent. I'm not allowed to do anything else.
Yo, what do you want now?
Same thing. I was going in the proper cutscene.
How many times must I repeat myself? I can't accept that box. I won't.
We're at an impasse then, my friend.
Oh, for the love of... Quit your whining and place it in storage. If you think you can simply ignore my request, there's nowhere on this moon I won't find you. And our friend here will travel the very edge of existence to track you down. You know what? I've requested she do it. She'll do it. She'll definitely do it, eh?
Oh, who is this? Garlean. Pure blood.
Mamuko. Look, I don't even know what you're asking me to store.
Yeah, some...
Kelwyn, the box, if you please.
Yeah, see, why do I have to be the go-between here? Why couldn't you just do this in the first place? There's a lot of technology sounds. What the fuck is this?
This Magitech contraption is an autonomous probe developed by none other than Justa here.
Oh, hi, lady.
Its function is to seek out sources of water in hostile environments. That's all well and good, but what? That's all well and good, but why insist on having it brought aboard? The ship's capacity for cargo has been measured down to the last ons, so I've accounted for absolute minimum amount of water required. The only thing you've accounted for is death by dehydration.
Gasp.
Loprits may not need water to survive, but those who hail from Atheris can only last a scant few days without it.
There's only counting for Loprits? Loprits don't need water to survive?
What if the tank suffers a breach? What if the fire breaks out and the water is used to extinguish it? Your piddly calculations will endanger the crew.
Oh wow, tell it like it is, Mamuko. Tell like it is.
In times of emergency, the probe will enable them to locate a water source as soon as they land. It's non-negotiable.
See, this is something you didn't discuss beforehand. I mean, she's right. She doesn't have to be so aggressive about it. She's right, though.
And to be frank, Packingway, I've had a look at your cargo list. Do you honestly think you need 2 carrot cultivation stations?
It's been measured down to the last thing, and they need 2 carrot cultivation.
Gasp. How dare you? Carrots are our lifeline, Mamuko. Carrots are our lifeline, Mamuko. Our lifeline. Oh, please. I understand they help you to operate more efficiently, but it's not as if you'll die without them. A single station will suffice. No, I refuse. Nothing is more essential than carrots. Nothing. Come back here, Packingway. I'm not taking no for an answer. You 2 head back without me, alright?
Hi. Well, this is awkward. I must confess, I'm a bit nervous to be in your presence. Oh. Hi, it's me, the Warrior of Light. Maybe not have the best reputation in Garlemald, but we have been doing a lot to help. I mean, if you've spoken to Julius, you know, we're all good, you know, right? Curious head tilt. I was a member of the First Legion, you see. Were not for you and yours, I might have frozen to death in Tertium. Oh. Good. Not just like, oh yeah, I was a member of the same squadrons that were, you know, the Praetorium, whatever the fuck. Or like, what are the other squadrons in Yanamiga, whatever the fuck. Long after the final days were averted, word of this project reached me through a Charlene contact. Interstellar travel. You had a Charlene contact? Daunting prospect to be sure, but I hope my skills might prove useful. Dude, if you designed that fucking water-seeking robot, Magitech or whatever the fuck, dude, useful indeed. Naturally, there was still reconstruction efforts in Garlemald to consider, but ultimately, I decided that broadening my horizons will better serve my home in the future. Sure. Sure, there's several people who have taken this opportunity. You know, not long ago, I would have scoffed at the notion of working alongside the people of Charlene. Garlemald supremacy, yeah. But when I came here and beheld the whole of our star for the first time, yeah, I realized how small the Empire is. It really is compared to the entire world. Well, the Empire didn't span the entirety of Ilsbar, but yeah, there's a lot of world out there, a lot of ocean, a lot of water. But a lot of the rest of the world too. How pathetic it was to fixate on something so trivial as borders between nations. Yeah, man, we're all one world out here, man. And you know, nature knows no borders, you know? We're all here together on this floating blue and green spaceship. Truly, there's no greater windfall than this journey into space, and I'm grateful to you for affording me the chance, even if indirectly. Oh, by making sure you didn't die of cold? No problem, lass. I'm glad you're alright. Another person we've helped. For a second, I thought you would be nervous for a bad reason. Now then, as Mamuko appears to have matters well in hand, why don't we head back to Luna Hopopolis and await her return inside? We've made a new friend. New friend. I like this cute little side quest in here. Oh, this is the kind of side questing that I was hoping for. Like the ones that were in the Shgardian Restoration. That was just like, wow, I hope we have something like that on the moon, and this is it. This is one of them. And so Muko returns. With what news, I wonder? It took some considerable arm twisting, but Packingway has agreed to store our cargo. I appreciate your efforts to chase them down, Kelvin. Yeah, it seems like something you guys should talked out already on yourself. I didn't do much. Passionate as these loppers are, they don't have the firmest grasp of our biology, it seems. Even our concept of time is at odds. They see each task as something that takes hundreds of thousands of years to achieve. Oh, it sounds just like the dragons. They would just be at home. They'd be like, yeah. 1,000 years, shouldn't that's not too long?
Not to suggest they shouldn't be in charge, of course, but without a little nudge in the and there, it'll take decades before we get anywhere. For that reason, the project desperately needs the comprehensive oversight and perspective of someone from a theorist. That's why I'm here, you know. Incidentally, I plan to join the voyage to the next star, so I hope you'll have more time to spare with me in the future. Will do, Mamuko. Fierce Lalafell. I love her. She's great. This has only just gotten off the ground. If we want to succeed, we'll need a lot of help from willing and able hands. That includes yours. You're going to be part of this too. I expect we'll require more gadgetry to suit the needs of whatever planets we descend upon. When the time comes, I should be happy to offer my services as an engineer. It is scarcely different from my life in Gardemold, utilizing my skills for the sake of sustained survival. But to do so here feels altogether different. More fulfilling, perhaps. Yeah. A little bit less, maybe, I don't know if you were working on agriculture or stuff like that, maybe a little bit less war machines. Who knows what she was working on. Anyway, happy to have her here. Happy to have her here. So that was only unlocked after doing 100 stellar missions though. That's a shame. Before I could just go into the Guardian Restoration area and just do all these side quests, so hopefully that'll be something that unlocks later down the line so that people that aren't interested in crafting and gathering can still experience like the cute little side quests out here. Like we got to see Cole again. And there was that cute little thing with the Garland engineer. It was great. But yeah, that was what I wanted to get into out of here. That bonus quest for that bonus quest there with our Lalafell manager, with Umuko was I wasn't expecting that one. But yeah, I'll have to review. Next time we voice Naming Way, I'll review both voices and we'll meet somewhere in between with how I voiced them last time. Once again, before I came out here, I should have reviewed what voice I gave them for consistency's sake. For consistency's sake, but you know, I try my best with the voices out here, and sometimes I can't remember. Sometimes I can't remember what voice I gave a character. Shot in the dark. Shot in the dark. Or sometimes it'll take me a little bit to get back into the swing of the voice of a character. Some of them is easy to remember. Some of them not so much. Some of them not so much. But yeah, that is gonna be it for me. Here today. That's also it for this, you know, the cosmic exploration until we get the next star in 7.3. Which I'll be looking forward to.